Alright, what up, tube? Doing some firewall prep. I'm going to shave the whole firewall, give it a nice clean look in the engine bay. I'm going to order my panel tonight, so hopefully within the next week I'll have it. But essentially what I did was took off the box that housed the fan, and then pretty much all of the paint that he had on the that was on the firewall here. I'm just with a wire wheel and my angle grinder, the angle grinder right over there, wire wheel, taking my time and grinding it off. I mean, all right, what up, tube? Just got my metal pieces, my shave pieces for my firewall. Where I went to here, abcperformance.net, and I ordered the firewall for it. A little pricey, considering that I could have took the time and just probably cut it all out, but this is all 18 gauge steel, and it's CNC laser machined. It comes in that little box there, and this is this side of the panel. The good thing that I like about it, that it already has like the little pilot holes that you can use to screw the stuff in, screw the actual panel in while you're welding. And then I just brought the 2-panel part because I still want to use a regular window wiper. But the other part to it is this here, and so essentially this will fit right in here, similar to like this. I gotta get it all mocked up the way where I want it at, but it's pretty much cut out the way it should. What I'm gonna have to end up doing, which I wanted to do anyway, was remove this box here, and I actually want to move it back alongside here somewhere. This is going to be covered up by the fender. The fender will go right here, and the inner fender well will go in. So this will actually be covered up, and so that's why I want to mount that. So it'll be, first thing I got to do is I still got to finish cleaning this all up, get some of the little rust that's forming and all that other good stuff off of it. I'll probably do that today. I'm gonna scuff up the other side of that, scuff up the backhand side of that, and then pretty much what I brought is some weld through primer in a can, since I'm not going to use a lot of it. Just brought this from Napa Auto Parts for maybe like $9 or so. But I'm gonna spray the firewall down with this, put a couple coats on, and I'm gonna put a couple coats on the backhand side of the actual panels. That'll just let me, that'll kind of ensure that I don't have any rust issues down the line. So as you can see, it's just some weld through primer. Make sure, if you're going to get it, make sure it's weld through primer. This will allow me to spray it and then also weld without having any type of issues with my weld. So just stay tuned, and I'll get back with you. Alright, tube, I laid down the last third coat. I did 3 coats. First one was splotchy, not a lot, just to get it to bite. Then the second coat was wet, third coat was wet, with about 5 minutes or so in between, 5 to 8 minutes in between. So that one's covered. Just gonna let that dry overnight, and then the part of the firewall that I'm going to be working on is this side. Lay down same amount of coats, 3 coats. If you can look, what I'm trying to do is see all the ridges and bumps and bruises, and obviously this big hole and those small little holes and all that other extra stuff. Essentially what I want to do is just make that nice, smooth and clean. It's going to be, the whole firewall is going to be smooth, clean, and whatever color I decide to paint the engine bay, the whole engine bay is going to be that color. Yeah, so basically just make sure, if you're going to do it, use the weld through primer. this is what I copped the other day. And you know, I went through only one can, so I got an extra can left for any other the small little spots that I'm gonna have to hit after I do some patch paneling. Obviously, I'm gonna have to use some on that side with the smaller piece, so I'm gonna still have some left over to kind of hit where I want to hit. So I'll get with you, and yeah, just stay tuned. Alright, what up, Tube? Decided to come out and get it all put together. As far as getting it mocked up, pretty much the firewall is just going to be, like I said, smoothed over. So essentially what I did was I got some 1/4-inch sheet metal screws and pretty much lined it up and drilled them through. Alright, what up, Tube? Coming at you, just got finished doing my stitch welds. Cleaned it up just a little bit. For the most part, worked out real well. A little sloppy on the welds, but it is what it is. It'll hold. Next thing is I'm gonna ground down the welds and get ready to use a little filler. And now that this is all done, you kind of get a good idea of what it's gonna look like, all shaved over. Yeah, just stay tuned. Again, this is just shaving the 72 Firewall, 72 Chevelle. Alright, I'll get up with you.